Ah, resist. I'm like aggroing like freaking everything. What the hell did he do to my pet? Like seriously CC'd my pet. Hopefully this will go better than the stupid group we had yesterday. Because, like, it'll probably go really good. You know, it really comes down to... I feel like I'm missing some buffs, but you know what? I always feel like I'm missing buffs, so it's nothing new.
Lovely.
Hang on. I was gonna say, hold on. We need a focus macro. Here's the tank, Glorp. Assist.
Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. Lovely.
Moves missing? I'm not sure what that means, moves missing. Yeah, I mean, I'm assisting the tank. I created a macro for it, so you can see when I hit the F key, it's always like if I target myself at F, it's always going to target what the tank's targeting. So, see. I'm just going to have to ease off in the old aim shot. We'll do some single target damage. What happened to our music? It just kind of stopped or something. That was weird. That was really weird. Did we not? Hey, Kapupa. No, I wanted to get to 60, and because I can't get good gear for melee, it's just too slow right now. So the goal is to get to 60 as fast as possible, get some gear and get some money, and then hopefully we can start buying some gear to set up a melee hunter build. But right now it's just too difficult because I can't make melee do really good damage. I mean, it'll do okay, but I can't make it do as good damage as I would like to because we can't, because we don't have the proper gear. And this server, it's not easy to get good gear on this server, man. It was hard just finding a decent bow, to be honest. It was actually hard finding a decent bow for this character. Finally found a decent gun, you know. Yeah. I bought this. I found this gun in the auction house yesterday. It's three attack, 3 weapon speed, 4 agility, and level 39. So it actually is really good for me. I mean, you want a slow weapon when you're using a marksman because you want those aim shot crits to be like huge, obviously. Yeah, just trying to get to 60, you know. And also, you know, it was tough. Although it's tough PvPing with this build. This is not a PvP build either, right? This build is totally PvE. So, you know, I can't really PvP with this build unless I'm going up against, like, unless I get the jump on somebody. Like, if a Shadow Priest fears me, I'm pretty much dead. It's pretty much game over. I don't know why he's attacking the non-caster, but okay. That's what he wants to do. Of course, the tank keeps switching targets, which is fine. No, I don't. You know me, I don't like playing with other people that much, so I'll probably just, here, hold on a second, let's see if we can help this guy out. I don't have enough mana, shit. Oh, well. Alright, well, we're pretty much dead at this point. What did they say? No SS? Oh, no Soulstone. My pet's dead, so... I've had a hard time doing ZF. I've had a hard time getting groups. I've had a really hard time getting... I ran ZF yesterday and it was terrible. It was actually a nightmare. Like, the tank had no idea how to play. And he was blaming me because I pulled threat, but I'm level 43, so as you know, level 43 going through ZF, you can't cut corners and skip mobs because I'm going to aggro them. Anybody who's below even level 45 has a chance to aggro because these mobs are 44 elites. And so he's skipping all these packs. And as he ran around the corner, I even said as I was running around the corner, I said, I'm going to aggro these guys. I go, as soon as I go around this corner, I'm going to aggro these mobs, and there's nothing I can do. They were mobs that were parked, or they weren't pathing. That's just their set position. And so I knew I was going to aggro them, and then I did, and they ended up wiping, which was, we shouldn't have wiped because it was like 2 extra mobs. And so the healer wasn't very good. The tank couldn't hold threat. And they ended up wiping, and the guy's blaming me, and I'm like, dude, I go, you can't skip packs. I go, I'm level 43. We've got to, clear the area as we go. So it was just sad, it was really sad. Then we ended up wiping again. He started blaming me, and I lost my temper, man. I got pissed. I'm like, don't fuck it, because he's saying you don't know how to play the game. I'm like, dude, you're telling me I don't know how to play World of Warcraft, man. You better fucking check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself, man. You know what I mean? So I was pissed. And I just left the group and said, fuck you guys. I said, I'm out of here. This group fucking blows. You guys, it was mostly the tank's fault. The tank was just terrible. And there's a thing that I liked. When you're a tank, you have to be knowledgeable, right? If you're going to take on the role of tank, you have to understand how to hold threat. You have to understand the party composition, right? You have to understand who's going to pull threat. You have to watch for that. If you've got a rogue, maybe he's going to pull threat. You have to be conscientious of these things. If you have someone who's low level, for the instance, you have to be aware of that. If you go to Dead Mines and you're a tank and you've got a level 17 rogue, you have to understand, or a level 17 healer, you have to understand that healer probably is going to pull threat on some groups, and you have to be aware for that, right? You have to understand that's just part of being self-aware. That's part of understanding the mechanics of the game. And this guy had no clue, and he's trying to blame me that I pulled. And I'm like, dude, I only pulled because you ran around the pack and just assumed that everybody was high enough level that they could do the same thing. You can't assume stuff like that. You have to understand how the game works. And so I got really pissed, and I just left the group. Yeah, I know, tanking is so bad. And you know what it is, Kapupa? Is I think most of these people, a lot of people I think play Classic, and they really didn't come from WoW like I did. I came from WoW all the way back in beta in 2004. I've played the game ever since it's been out, right? So I've gone through vanilla as an original player who started the game day one. And I think a lot of people started the game much later. And so when they play classic, they don't understand. There's mechanics, there's threat, there's a way to, you know what I mean? There's a threat management is a big deal as a healer and as a tank in vanilla WoW. It's a big deal, right? Yeah, yeah. I probably should have got a few more bullets, and I'm a little bit. I should probably get some better mana potions too. I've only got the level 22. That's kind of. I just haven't really had to use mana potions a ton, but we're gonna have to start using them a little bit more. Let me give this guy give him some stamina if he wants it. One of the biggest problems I have right now, though, is my weapon skill on this weapon is really low. So if I try to like wing clip people, I'm missing. But I don't want to like unequip this weapon because it's got, you know, it's plus 17 agility. So you know what I mean. So it's a good weapon. I think I'll probably start trapping a bit more. Only thing is I don't have my focus. Kind of sucks, you know. No, you didn't even hit my trap. That's kind of interesting. Now right there, see, I'm actually hitting the mob the tank was hitting, but he switched. Did you see that? So when I pull thread, he's just leaving. He's just letting it go, which is fine. I mean, I'll feign death earlier next time, but he's got 4 Sunders up, so he's good. He really should only have to probably throw in maybe 3 Sunders, I would think. Yeah. So I mean, I actually looted that sword yesterday, that 2-handed sword, Kapupa. It was plus the sword I got as a drop yesterday, and I was just thinking, man, I need some better stat sticks. Because I mean, as a marksman hunter, it's just a stat stick, right? So that sword dropped off on a gorilla yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, you know, 17 agility, you know. And then I bought this off the auction house today, this plus 14 agility shoulders, which is the same level as me, so that was good. And I bought this a long time ago off the auction house, so I've actually got decent gear. My weapon's not the best. It's level 39, it's just green. But, you know, it's really hard to find a weapon, you know, for a hunter, you know, it's actually really tough. So... No, but see, the tank's picking the wrong mobs. See, he keeps picking the melee. But he really should be picking the caster, pretty much at all, you know. And you know this as a tank. Take out the casters first. They don't have as much armor, they die faster. It just makes more sense, right? I mean, we're a very low-level group. We're a very low-level group for ZF. We've got a 41 rogue. The tank's 43. The priest is 43. The warlock's 43, and I'm 43. That's very low. Typically, ZF, you would like to see mostly like 45 or higher. Well, 44, I would say, or higher. But it'd be nice to have everybody like level 45. So this is a very low-level group, which makes things challenging, you know. Yeah. And we don't even have anybody higher than 40. Everybody's 43, you know? Like, everybody's like level 43. Which is kind of funny, right? I'm actually easing off on the DPS, right?
Lovely.
I can't.
Lovely.
Finally, I had to like fucking. I had my pets thread on because I was trying to pull a mob off of the healer earlier, and I forgot to turn it back off, which is fine, right? Man, that was rough though. The tank just said he had 5 sunders on that mob, and the mob still was losing aggro, still was losing threat. I don't know if he was losing threat to me. Let's take a look at damage taken, right? So we look at damage taken. I mean, he's taken 60% of the damage, so that's, you know, it's not bad, right? Yeah, that's part of it, yeah. Let me, what's he gonna do here? Yeah, yeah, he's good that he's pulling back, which is good. Because there's a lot of pathers right in this spot. You know? He's got 1 sunder. I'm waiting for the sunders. He's only got 1. Now he's got 2. Alright, cool. How's my pet doing? Yeah, he needs, ah, shit. And we got some ads, of course, right? I'll turn my pet's threat on. That should get threat. And we can go ahead and trap this guy. Okay, well, that's not going to work. I would have been able to trap that guy until the tank came over and grabbed him, which kind of sucked. You know, but it's not his fault. He didn't know I was going to trap, so. Interesting. That's what I love about vanilla dungeons, though. I mean, I love vanilla dungeons in that they're not easy. You can't just face roll vanilla dungeons. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, especially if you're under leveled, you can easily just wipe left and right. You know, that's what I like about vanilla. You know, and that's what was lost even as early as TBC. A lot of that stuff got lost. Very careful here on pulls. I'm gonna see if I can pull threat on this mob. Watch me pull threat here. Incoming threat. No, look, I couldn't. He still had more threat than me. Did you see that? He actually still had more threat than me there. That's good. I don't know how he got so much, but he did. Maybe I missed on my aim shot. I wasn't really looking to see if I missed it or not. You want to take that one to the right. See, he should have taken that one. Because if you don't take... whatever. I would have taken that one if I was the tank. I've almost got threat. Is that I won't lag on gear since my hunter has a pretty high... Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you know, one thing, Kapoop, I really need for my hunter, for the, you know, for marksman, for raids and stuff, and for dungeons, you know, I need hit rating, so I need the Devil Sore. Well, I've been checking the auction house, and there has not been any Devil Sore. No one's selling Devil Sore on the auction house, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna switch to leatherworking. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I don't know. I just don't know, man.
Lovely. Lovely.
You can see I can't even hit anything with this weapon. You know,
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I really should have leveled up my sword before coming into dungeons because I just can't hit shit with this sword, man. I can't get off any wing clips whatsoever, you know? Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly, Kapoop. I think right now there aren't that many people on the server. So the people that are doing, they're the community-based guilds that are running, like the Molten Core and the Oni, the crafters are putting that stuff towards the guild members, right? Like you said, no one's selling that stuff in the auction house. It's all going towards the guild members, you know? So... Someone just leveled. Was it the tank? Oh yeah, that's nice. That'll help. The tank just went from 43 to 44, so that'll definitely help. This time I think I'm gonna let him get a little threat before I drop my big bomb. Alright. Alright. Oh, it's already... On Deviate Delay, MC is cleared for us on Zandalar Tribe. The people are running UB... Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know anything about who's doing what as far as raiding or dungeons. I'm too low level. I'm too low level, so... we'll have to find out. Yeah. All right. Well, this guy's level 47. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna struggle with these higher level mobs, right?
Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I can't get this guy off me, man.
Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Like, I can't even fucking... Like, I can't land a single wing clip, you know? Jesus, I couldn't land a single wing clip, and now I'm CC'd. I can't land any wing clips. This, my weapon skill's too crappy, man. And the poor healer's trying to... I don't know if she's just healing the tank, which is fine. Normally I would be able to... Normally I would be able to kind of keep myself up a little bit, you know what I mean? But I just can't land any wing clips, so I can't get these mobs off me. They're too high level. I mean, level 47. Even if I probably tried to do like a freeze trap on one of these, it probably, you know, wouldn't do a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, that was rough, man. I almost bit the farm there. That was rough. I was so close to dying. Whew, yikes. I just about died there. I used my deterrence. I used a healing potion. I switched to my monkey stance. And he was getting, so the tank was getting stunned by the basilisk. So when he gets stunned, of course, he's going to lose threat. So I've already used 2 healing potions in this dungeon. I've only got 2 left. I'm going to pop my my elixir of greater defense too, I think. And before this fight, I'll probably pop some. Just think about the staircase. I know, this is rough, man. Do I have any other? I don't have anything else. I mean, I can take my Rum Zero and Black Label, but I'll wait until we do the boss fight, I think. I'm just going to ease off on my DPS, because I don't want to pull threat right now. Let's just ease off. We don't want to pull any threat. I mean, I've got the threat meter here. I mean, you can see I'm not even doing anything but auto-attacking, and my threat's going up, which is kind of, it shouldn't really go up. Because the tank should be, you know, doing sunders and stuff. And he is doing sunders, I think. Like, we got 1 sunder, 2 sunders. Right? Let me try an aim shot and see. It looks like... I don't know who was getting threat there. I think the healer also has been pulling threat too. You know? You can see I'm always pretty much number 2 on the threat meter though. Oh, I have my pet taunt on. The problem is I keep turning my pet taunt on and off because when we're getting into trouble, I have to turn my pet taunt on to try to pull mobs off the healer, you know, and then sometimes I forget to turn it back off. Oh, shit, what the fuck? This is gonna be so borked, man. I'm just, oh, we got the, I don't know how we killed those balls so fast, but we did, that's good. I don't know why they keep going after me. Alright, I'm gonna have to start pushing out more DPS. We gotta get this guy down. That's it. I'm almost out of mana. They're healing him. They're fucking healing him. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Ten seconds. Yeah, we're too low level, I think. Yeah, we're just too low level. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, too low level. Am I the only? Oh, I'm the only one who survived. Everybody else died. Even my pet survived. The problem there, if you saw at the end, I thought we had him, and then he started summoning those basilisks, and his health started going up. I mean, I was trying to knock down any of those healing totems he put out, but I don't know if just having those basilisks up was healing him, or if it was just the healing totem. I don't know if I can make it back out. And this is the guy. Remember, this is the guy I wanted to kill like fucking forever ago. I was like, I wanted the tank to kill that guy, and now look what happens. I run by and I aggro the damn guy. That's the guy I wanted the tank to actually pull before. All right, we'll bring my pet back. Probably just zone out. Oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. No. Oh, my pet's dead.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. Lovely. Lovely.
I made it. Run out. Yeah, just zoning out. I still don't have a mount. All these people, how do these people have mounts, man? How do these people have money for mounts? I don't know. I never have 100 gold. It's at 40. Never. Like, I always have like between 60 and 80 usually. You know, like, I guess I'm just not good at saving money, you know? Everybody's got their fancy mounts, and I'm mountless. A lot of it is because I'm too cheap. I don't want to buy a mount and then be broke and not be able to buy, like, you know, like some of the upgrade gear I have, I bought off the auction house, obviously. So, you know, if I would have bought a mount, I might not have been able to afford the weapon I even have, you know? Yeah, Rogue's got pickpocket. Just so many damn mobs through here. I never though. I'm really bad with saving money. I spend money too much. You know, I buy like, plus I buy one of the things too is I buy the best water too, right? So the best water is ridiculously. A stack of this water is 80 silver, I think. It's like 20. It's like 18 silver for me. Reputation, a little bit less because of reputation. 18 silver per 5, right? So what's 18? What's 36? That's 72. 72 silver for a stack of moonberry, right? So I've spent tons of gold on just water. I always buy the best because if I don't, my damage sucks. Because as a hunter, I'm constantly drinking between pulls. So if I buy the shitty water, I'll be mana starved the entire dungeon. And I'm like, I don't want to be mana starved. I don't want my DPS to suck. You know? So I buy the best water so I can actually try to keep my mana pool up. Otherwise, I'll have no mana. You know? You just blow through mana as a marksman hunter. You know? It's bad.
Keep it real.
One thing that Zalson taught me, which is that on a more popular server, I don't use the best. I don't always use the best mana drink when I'm just leveling, right? But on like a really popular server, you could always sit around in like a major city and ask mages for water, because a lot of times mages will make a lot of water when they're leveling, and then when they log off, all that water just gets thrown to waste. It gets thrown away. So you can actually just ask mages, hey, you know, any mages on the server, you know, logging off, or want to make me some water for like a cheap discounted rate. So, you know, so instead of paying like, you know, 1.6 gold for a stack of 35 water, you could give a mage like, you know, 50 silver or something. And that's going to save you 1.3 gold for every stack. And that adds up quickly. You know what I mean? That adds up very, very quickly.
Time is money, friend. Glad I could help.
Was it? It was. Well, you mean like just selling like mage water? Well, this kind of sucks. Now I got to run all the way over to Alderman, which is very far from here. One of the things I hate about doing dungeons is dungeons can be really good, but they can also be really bad. Because like this is an example of dungeons being bad because yeah we got like maybe I got like maybe 3 or 4 bars of XP, which is good. But now there's this downtime where we're having to go and run over to Alderman, and people are like taking AFKs. So now there's like a 20-30 minute downtime, right? Where if I was just grinding mobs the entire time, I might actually out XP, this layover here, right? And there goes the boat.
How are you?
There goes the boat.
See you later. Hello. See you around.
And ammo costs you money too, Kapupa, right? 8 silver a stack. I'm gonna try to do this Alderman run with these guys, but then that's it. I ain't doing any more dungeons today because I can't put up with this kind of wiping and resetting and all this kind of like slowdowns, man. I hate this shit. When I do a dungeon, I just want to go in and go right through beginning to end, and clear it and clear the dungeon. I don't want there to be wipes. I don't want there to be like, AFKs. I hate that shit, man, because it's just not efficient. And I'm the king of inefficiency when it comes to leveling. I'm terrible at leveling fast because I get distracted by so many things, but that's because I'm always trying to learn the game, like learn different things about the game. Like, oh, how can I try something different, or how can I do something better, We just missed the boat. I wanted to check something out real quick. Because we just missed the boat. Let me, Okay. Wow, that's awfully pricey. I ain't paying 18 silver. What the hell? 18 silver for just like the low-level wizard oil? They must be smoking crack or something. Yeah, but see, look at all the downtime, man. Oh, man. I'll run Alderman and that is it. I ain't doing any more dungeons today, man. So, but if you look at the DPS, so Kabuba, if you look at the damage, like if I would have been melee, if I would have been running my melee build in that dungeon, my damage would have been around 100 to 115. So I actually may, believe it or not, still have been #1 on DPS, even as a melee hunter, which is kind of sad when you think about it, because the melee hunter really shouldn't be #1 on DPS. But I would have been definitely around, because that's usually what I come in, and that was on my melee hunter when she was like level 41, because I've been doing marksman I think since 42. So, but I'm thinking the melee hunter would have been #1 without a doubt. I mean, of course, as marks, you're going to do more damage, right? I'm doing more damage. I think I'm still saving some of my gear, like some of the weapons I have. Like, I still have some gear. I think I sold some of it, unfortunately. Like, I've got the Herod's Shoulder, which is so cool. If I was melee hunter, I'd probably be running with Herod's Shoulder. I may go back to melee sooner rather than later. It really just depends on the gear. It's so gear-based, right? And what really makes melee hunter do damage is really Crusader, Crusader and being Crusader enchantment, and Frost Oil or Shadow Oil, whichever one you want to use. And then, and good weapons. You have to have good weapons, and you have to have, Crusader, the double, proccing, 100 strength, possibly 2 times is just a ton of extra attack power. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely trying to grab water from mages if you can. Like, I don't know anybody. That's one thing I've really been bad at because I don't like to. I'm really bad at interacting with other players. I don't like relying on other people, so it's always hard for me to ask other people for like, for help, and that actually hurts me a lot because I think a lot of people that level quick, they level with other people and they get help. I don't know. I see a lot of people selling items in the guild chat and stuff, whereas I don't know. Oh, so he wanted you to roll. Oh, that's cool. That's cool because the helm, and I didn't get the helm. I got the shoulders, right? I got the Harad shoulders last time I ran SM Armory because we didn't even have a tank. We ran Armory, Cathedral, and the library without a tank. Our tank was actually, believe it or not, a rogue. We had a rogue that was tanking, and which was funny because he wasn't. I mean, he was high, but he wasn't super high. He was like level 42 or something, and he was tanking. And then we had two pets. We had a warlock and we had me. So our pets were kind of like off tanking, but we cleared it without hardly any issues. So, I mean, really, it's skills greater than everything else in the game. If you know how to play your class, like we were running ZF right there, and our group is completely underleveled, and we did a lot better job of running that than the group I was in yesterday, which had a lot more high-level characters. In fact, we had a level 50 warrior in the ZF group yesterday, and that group was a total shit show. It was an absolute shit show. And the tank was this druid who I went off on because he was so bad. He couldn't hold threat. And he didn't understand the concept of lower level characters are going to pull aggro, and he kept trying to skip every group possible. Like every group in ZF, he kept trying to do skips on every group. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Should I stick around for this group, guys? This guy just took off. Should I stick around for Alderman? I mean, I probably should. The XP will be good. There's a lot of mobs in there. I think I'm going to stick around for this group just because the XP is going to be good. And we got a healer. We got a tank. What level is Alderman anyway? Is it...
Hello.
Gonna go to Ironforge and try to grab the Alderman quests. You always skip Alderman. I don't normally do it. I mean, I'll do it if I get a good group. It is good XP because there's a lot of mobs in there. And I'm freezing in here. My wife's got the AC too high, and I've been keeping the AC really high in our apartment because it helps her keep her blood thin, and she's got the blood pressure issues right now. So we're trying to keep her blood thin. But I'm freezing my butt off. Well, so we got a 43 warrior. I've seen that name before. Yeah, Mythology of the Titans, Dungeon, and Lost Dwarves. So there's 2 Alderman quests, I think, that we should grab. What is my weapon skill anyway? My two-hand swords, yeah, see, my two-hand sword's 147. That's just like so shitty, Alright, we need to go to the hall. Yeah, we need to go here.
travels. Be good. Hi. Watch your back.
How are ya? Be good.
What's Iron Man wants you?
Great to meet ya. Off with ya.
Oh. I don't think it's available.
What's on your mind? Keep your feet on the ground.
And then there's the ones in Loch Modan. Let's see. This one, Solution to Doom, right? This is also. Yeah. That's from the monastery. Okay, well, get rid of that one. So I've only got 2. Well, we'll let them share their quests and see what happens. I mean, if we were to clear Alderman, I'd probably be pretty close to level 44. I've got a lot of mail in my mailbox, guys. Damn it. Well, hopefully this will go well. I mean, it looks like, let's see. I mean, it looks like we're going to be better leveled because the quests are only green and yellow, whereas in ZF I think they were pretty much, let's see. You can see in ZF they're a lot, orange, red, so yeah. Yeah, one of my biggest problems right now is money. I really am low. I don't have a lot of money, and if I want to switch back to melee hunter, even that's going to cost me like 10 or 15 gold just to do the respec. To spec into this build here cost me 5 gold. So I don't know if it's 10 gold or 15 gold for the next respec. $30 gold on your 100 level. You had 30 gold at 37. That's about what I had, I think. I think at 37 I probably was around that much. At 40, at 40 I was probably around like 65 gold at 40. Like right now I've got 71 gold. I mean, I've probably got about 100 gold across all my characters right now. The problem is if I buy them out, then it's all gone, right? Like if I buy them out, then my gold is Zippo, you know, and then you go from 100 to 0. And I can't do it, man. I'd rather run around with Cheetah and be slow than be broke, you know? It's like, you know, because there's always times when I see something in the auction house, like for like maybe a gold or two, that's a really good deal, and then I buy it. And like for example, I bought the Beast Stalker bindings today for like 10 gold, which is a really good price. Like 10 gold is for bracers, you know, for the tier 0.5 bracers is pretty good. I bought the Devout belt for my priest like a week ago, and I paid like 6 gold for it. 6 gold for the Devout belt. I can tell you on the hardcore server, the Devout belt was going for like 200 gold, right? It's just you just don't see that drop a lot. And so yeah, and I thought even if I don't make my priest, at the time I wasn't sure if I was gonna level the priest, and I said even if I don't make the priest, in like 2-3 weeks I can resell that belt for like easy 20-30 gold, easily, you know. So there's a quest to turn in here somewhere. Not really seeing it. Must be down below. Is no one sharing quests? You know, I kind of wish they would. Sent 5 gold to the rogue and you got back. Yeah, I got my first 14 slot bag and drop just the other day. Yeah, let's close. Yeah, bag. You gotta have bags. Why am I in combat? There we go. I was gonna say. Okay, well this warrior's doing a shit ton of damage. This Luna, but this warrior's doing some serious damage. His gear score is good though. He's like his gear score is 400, which is a lot higher than my gear score. So he's got some good gear. Yeah. This is... Ooh, I hope I win those for my priest ult. Oh, I didn't win. Did they roll need? No, everybody rolled greed. I just lost the roll. Damn it. I should have rolled need just so I can just take him for my ult, priest ult. Maybe we'll do some priest healing today. Healing on the priest is fun. I enjoy healing as a... I like healing dungeons as a priest. It's fun.
Lovely.
But yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. If you don't have like the high level water, like me trying to drink between fights would take forever. And I've got like the best water I can buy, and it still takes forever, you know? Still takes forever. Oh, I got the staff. Well. Rogue leveling? Yeah, I like rogues. Rogues are one of my favorite classes for sure. I probably should have just... I mean, because this server does have quite a bit of PvP on it, it wouldn't have been a bad idea just to start off as a rogue, you know? There's just so many cool things you can do solo as a hunter. You know, hunters have more solo capability for, like, dungeon bosses. And there's a lot of stuff you can do as a hunter that you can't really do too well with some of the other classes.
What can I do for you? Safe travels. Keep your feet on the ground.
Man, I'm assisting the tank and I'm still pulling threat. Like, I always hate it when it's like, I'm assisting the tank. I understand multi-shot might pull threat, but... Everybody's dying. I'm dying. My pet's dying. I would say this is not the best healer I've ever seen, because she doesn't really keep people topped off. Like, you know, you see people, like, she's a healer, she's a priest, but I don't see renews. Like, why is there no... Look at all the poisons this guy has on him. Why is there no renew on this tank? Why is the tank sitting here losing health? You know, you're a priest, fucking throw renew. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that just irritates me because I play priest a lot. So I'm like, you know, like, why aren't you healing this guy? And he's the tank. It's like, he's the fucking tank. He's got all these poisons on him. Ah, whatever. I've played the game too long, Kapupa. I expect too much of other people. Spell's not ready yet. What? What do you mean spell's not ready yet? I still see... there's Renew. Finally, I see Renew. Okay. Also, she should be throwing Renew on the Warlock so that she can Spirit Tap. That would be good. Okay. Doesn't she drop something that hunters can use? Doesn't this boss drop like a hunter item? I can't remember. I thought she dropped like some mail item. Maybe it's a plate
None
item.
may steal the secrets of the makers.
None may steal the secrets of makers. Had to try to drop my threat there. There we go. Yeah, see? It is a mail item, but unfortunately it's like a paladin, like a healing paladin item. You know, it's like holy paladin item. Yeah, but that can be, it's a random one. Yeah, it's random. Well, it's those bracers though. See, I remember that she dropped something good for hunters. So those bracers are random. So it could have been like bracers of the monkey or something, and they have extra armor. So they're pretty good. It'd be good for like a melee hunter if they get the tiger, because they'd have the extra armor. So let me go history. Where's the Ion? No, playlists. Where is this one?
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Well, this is a community-based kind of vanilla fresh event, right? So the community decided to roll on Deviate Delight and level as like kind of like a fresh server. So there's guilds on the server called Fresh and Fresh One or Fresh Two, and they're all people that have rolled. And Blizzard's locked the server, so you can't transfer characters onto the server. You can't transfer characters off the server, which prevents people from just transferring like high-level, well-geared characters here. Also prevents people from like transferring characters loaded down with gold here. So it feels very much like a fresh vanilla server. Episode again because Cat. Oh yeah, Cata sucks. I tried Cata for like a day or two, and the questing was so awful. I was like, yeah, Cata just is terrible. Yeah, this is Deviate Delight. There's also, if you're in Europe, there's I think what's the European one, Kapupa? It's like Zandalar, I think. Zandalar or something. Man, he really pulled a shit ton, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, don't go that way, Julian. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. I was like, no. You're enjoying Cata? Nah, I don't. I didn't like the leveling experience on Cata. I was last ID. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by you were the last ID. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. No, is he gonna pull? Oh, be careful where you're pulling, buddy. What's he doing? What's he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? He's just dying is what he's doing. I'm not gonna go over there. That's just death. You know what I mean? Like, when him, like, Death wish. I like how I'm shadow meld and they're just running past me. Oh, now he's got him. I'm dead.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. I didn't even want to do this. I was like, I'll do this just because I was hoping we could do it quick, but I'm not gonna fuck around with these idiots. Oh my god. It's amazing, like, it's amazing how bad people are in Classic Kapupa. It really is. It's amazing how bad players are in Classic WoW. It always blows my mind for a game that's like 20 some odd years old and they still can't play it. I know, it's like, yeah, it's like that's why I've always said that, like, I don't like to do pugs and I don't like to do dungeons over leveling because, like, you can see, yeah, I mean, I got some experience. It wasn't like horrible. Like, if I just grinded mobs, I'd probably be about I've been streaming for an hour and 14 minutes. I'd probably be about in the same area on the bar. I really don't think it would be that different, you know what I mean? So it's not like I really lost a lot XP wise. But it's just the frustration, you know, the frustration of just dying and wiping and just being stupid, you know. Man, I'm sorry. I can't deal with that. I just can't deal with bad groups, you know. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm like, it's like, no, I just can't do it. Like, I'm out of here, man. Oh, and I got 13 minutes too. That's the worst part. 13 minutes on freaking Hearth because I had to Hearth to get over here. That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. Yeah, isn't it funny? Like it's weird. Like, you would think when the game, you know, you think the game's been around forever, and I think the funniest part of World of Warcraft is when I think the funniest part of Warcraft is like what I talked about earlier. When you get people that come and play Classic WoW, who probably have never played it before, and they just assume that it's just like retail WoW, and so they just run into dungeons thinking they can just skip packs or pull 2 or 3 packs at once, and of course they die. I mean, like that fight there, like if you fight that boss in the middle there, he pulls those side groups, so you have to clear the side groups. And if you looked at the mini map, that's why I was trying to click it on the mini map. I don't know if we can get a map of Alderaan, and I'll show you what I mean really quick. This is why I don't level fast, because I get on these tangents. But I find these tangents more fun than actually leveling a lot of times. That's why I'm a really slow leveler in WoW. Alderaan, classic. Wow. Let's go vanilla WoW. Alderaan map. Okay, so here we go. Open image and doop, boop. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to tell. Where were we? I think we were here, right? The temple hall. I think we were right. I think we were here, right? I mean, it's close enough. Maybe we weren't. I think we were. I think we were in the temple hall. So there's a pack here, like right here, and then there's a pack right here. So what you want to do is you want to come in and probably clear this pack on the right, and then you want to go out this way and circle all the way around and come over and clear this pack. Once that pack's down, now you can safely go in and attack the boss, because those two packs that if you attack it, like if you come in this way, what a mistake a lot of people make is they come in this way and they attack him, and then he automatically pulls the side packs. And that's instant death. I mean, most times you're pretty much straight up dead. So that's you want to clear those side packs out. And I hadn't even remembered that until I saw the room. I knew that he pulls the other ones though. Level 7, the Ancient Stonekeeper. Yeah, that was the room we were in. This is kind of a nice map actually, but and it's not. Oh, people. It's not. Well, it's not hard. I mean, classic WoW isn't hard at all. I will say it's hard if you. It is hard though. I mean, it's hard for certain people. So it really depends on who you are, right? Like, it's not hard if you understand the mechanics of classic WoW. But if you try to treat classic WoW like retail WoW, it can be very difficult. You know what I mean? It can be hard, because if you try to just think that you can. The other thing too is a lot of people like think about like if you played, for example, like the first time you ever played WoW, you played Battle for Azeroth. And you were healing some tanks in Battle for Azeroth dungeons. Then you went into World of Warcraft, you leveled up a priest, and let's say the first dungeon you healed was like maybe ZF, right? Like ZF. Your tank pulls a bunch of mobs, you start spamming big heals on the group and on him, you're gonna pull threat. Like, you may not even know, you may not even realize to use fade, to like drop threat. You may not even be spec'd into improved threat reduction, because you may not think you even need it, because in retail WoW you don't need it, because tanks can hold threat so well. But in vanilla you do need threat reduction, right? So in that aspect, it's all based on the player and who you are and your experience. Oh, I finally sold this damn axe. I must have listed that thing like 6 times. So yeah, I agree. It's not difficult at all if you understand the mechanics of the game. But if you don't understand the mechanics of the game, it can actually be pretty difficult. And not difficult technically. Yeah, Sloan said he always wins the race. Yeah, Sloan said he always wins the race. So, anyways, I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to stop the stream because I don't see a point to stopping the stream. But I'm going to take a break for like about 10 minutes while I wait for my Hearthstone to come back on my Hunter. Because I just want to hearth over to Theramore. And then I'm going to use the restroom and check in on the wife and stuff. So I'm going to take a break for 10 or 15 minutes. Shouldn't be longer than that. But yeah, it is... But see, that's why I like Vanilla WoW. I mean, I like Vanilla WoW in that the threat does matter. That tanks have to understand how to maintain threat. And like a lot of times, like the guild that I was in on the hardcore server, the guild leader wasn't very good at threat management, and he was the main tank of the guild. And he didn't die either. Like, that guy was around for a long time. But when he ran dungeons and stuff, he wasn't very good at doing threat, because he wasn't always throwing in Thunderclap. He wasn't always getting his Sunders up. He wasn't always getting his Battle Shouts off quick enough. I mean, you got to go in. You want to get off your Battle Shout, right? I always try to get off Battle Shout. If there's a multiple mob and I'm trying to get threat on multiple mobs, I always try to get off my Battle Shout first, because that generates some threat. And then I try to get off a Thunderclap, right? And then I try to, or if my group's really good and they're focus targeting, then I'm going to get off my Battle Shout, and then I'm just going to Sunder the main target, because we're all focus firing that target, and I just want to maintain threat on that target. And once I know I've got maybe 3 Sunders on that target, then maybe I'll throw in a Thunderclap on the rest of the mobs, just to make sure that I've got AoE threat. But if everybody in the group is focus firing the mob I'm on, I don't really have to worry about that as much. So whatever. But And I'm not the greatest warrior tank in the world. I'm far from it. In fact, I've done very little warrior tanking, but I still have a basic understanding of, what to do. But a lot of people come into Classic WoW, and you'll go into a dungeon, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll tank it," and they come in, they're using a two-hand battle. They're using like the two-hand axe, and they think they can just whirlwind, and and it just the group goes to hell. And I'm not saying you can't two-hand tank because you can, but I guarantee you, every time I go into a dungeon, if I see a warrior come in using a shield, I'm always happy. I like shield, sword and shield tanking. That's just me. But to me, it's more about the lore. It's more about the being more accurate to what a tank would be. Yeah, I wish shaman had better threat management. Do shamans even have a taunt? I guess they can use their totems, right? That would be something that would be really fun, Kapupa, because I suck at shamans. I mean, I'm downright awful. But it would be really... I always wanted to do a tanking shaman, because to me that seems like that would be really cool. They're kind of like the alternate paladin, But like I said, I suck at shamans. But I would imagine Earth Shock generates high threat. But you also have a totem that forces mobs to attack the totem, right? So do you save that for when you lose a mob, maybe? Like, how do you pull a mob back if they run at the healer? Do you just Earth Shock, or do you use your totem? Yeah, you've got the Rockbiter weapon. I love the animation. I love the animation on the Rockbiter weapon, by the way. I think shamans are really cool. Actually, I'd be super like I'd be pretty stoked to play shaman again, actually. I'd have to of course I'd be horde, which would be kind of cool. What server? But I can't play on the European servers. I could, but yeah, maybe I'll roll shaman today. It's pretty good. It's doable until level 40. Well, what do you do? How good is shaman as a straight up DPS class? How good is shaman? Like, where do they rank as healers and DPS in Classic WoW? Let's see if we can find a tier list. Because I actually wouldn't mind playing a shaman a little bit today. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see, WoW Classic tier list. Oops. I don't know who Nashi Love is, but this video's got a lot of views.
While DPS and Druid for raid abilities, they can bring highly strong totems to their group, making them an essential support class.
How about Punk Rat? I want the tier list. Here, let's go vanilla while healing. Man, I can't even find like a healer tier list, really? There's no tier list? Whatever. Elemental is very mana intensive. Yeah, Elemental does a lot of damage, but your auto attacks hit pretty hard. Leveling really quickly in lower levels. Yeah, Elemental would be cool too. I think as Shaman, there's a lot of specs in the Shaman that's very appealing, which is why I've never understood. I honestly have never understood why I couldn't get into Shaman, because on the surface, it looks really cool. Like Elementals looks really cool. Like Chain Lightning's such a neat spell, right? And then when you look at like an Earth Shock is such a cool spell, and Wind Shear, you've got interrupts. Totems seem like a good idea on the surface, right? But then they've kind of become a pain in the ass. But yeah, I mean, on the surface they look really cool. And then you think about having a shield and being able to heal. I love classes that are, what do they call them? They can be all three specs. The hybrids? They call them hybrids. I love hybrid classes that can do can do DPS, can do healing, can do tanking. Well, what do you mean they're so big? Why? Like, are you like Taurens? Let's see. Can't you do like no, I always do the female orc, right? So you go female orc shaman. This is what I always do when I do a shaman. Totems. Oh, totems. Yeah. Yeah, especially in PvP. I just like I'll say it again. I straight up suck on shamans. I'm terrible at shamans. I'm just not good at them at all. Like I'm good. I'm pretty good on hunters. I'm good on paladins. I'm good on rogues. I'm good on priests. And then after that, it falls off a lot. You know, because I just haven't played the other. I mean, good. I'm good on warriors too. I'm good on warriors. But I would say druids. I'm not great on druids. I mean, I've played druids quite a bit, but I'm not great. Definitely not played them recently. I haven't played druids in a long time. Shamans, I'm terrible. Warlocks, I'm pretty bad. I've played warlocks a little, but not a lot. Mages, I'm pretty bad. I would say warlocks, shamans, mages, druids are my classes that I'm the worst at. Best lighting for shaman is enhance. Yeah, we'll do a. You know what? Why don't we take a break and when we come back, we'll level up a shaman. I think that'd be fun. And we'll do enhancement. Is enhancement good for PvP? How is enhancement like PvP wise? It's probably pretty good, right?
I'll quickly just like.
So he's got it. What is that? Is that elemental or is that?
That's a balanced druid. What? No, it's not.
This is elemental shaman, right?
It's not.
I think that's elemental
Okay.
shaman.
We won't do healer specs. Okay, rapid fire. Great. Oh, wait, no. What's this? What the hell is this?
Arcane mage, idiot. You should know. Jesus.
What the hell is that? It looks like the frost mage icon, but it's not.
It's arcane.
Okay,
How does Zaryu, who's a fucking mage, does not know what an arcane mage doesn't know that that's arcane mage. At least I think that's what that is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's arcane mage.
It looks like it spun 180 degrees.
Which one's in? Okay, this is rest. Wait a second. So this is resto shaman, right? And then which one's enhancement? Which arcane mage icon retail looks different. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. He doesn't. He's for more retail, like Zaryu. He's more for retail. So which one of these is enhancement? I don't see enhancement. Do you? Like I see this, which I believe is elemental shaman. I see this, which is resto shaman.
It's like the icon spun, maybe. Yeah, it's backwards.
Which class the best classic PvP wise?
Rogue.
I think if you're not prepared to fight anyone,
Rogue
is probably one of the best because they just come out of nowhere and just gank you. But in a dueling scenario, I feel like Mage Warlock has.
Well, mage is a pain because they can just sheep you and reset. Oh, it's the blue shield. That's right, the blue shield. Did we have that in?
On class specific, you could.
It's a blue shield, but guess what? I don't. Do you see a blue shield on here? I certainly do not. This one here isn't. This is it. I think that's it. That's the enhancement shaman. This one right here. So he's putting enhancement shaman PvP wise in the C tier, which probably doesn't surprise me that much. But anyways, so what hairstyle we do? Is that? Oh, is that Kata? Was that Kata? Ah, whatever. Oh, that makes sense because he was probably doing that video for the Cataclysm release. I hate that when I do that. One of the things I've really disliked with when WoW came out with the idea that we're going to redo earlier versions of the game, like when everybody said they wanted, vanilla WoW. Like remember, everybody said, "Hey, we want vanilla WoW. We want you to put out servers as they used to be when they were as they were when they were released. We want a vanilla WoW server." And Blizzard said, "Oh, we're not going to do that." And then finally, Blizzard did it, but they called it Classic WoW. And the reason I don't like that is because of the issue we're seeing right now. If I go to Google and I say Classic WoW, what comes up? You might get Classic WoW Vanilla. You might get Classic WoW Season of Discovery, which in most cases is what you're going to get, to be honest. You might get Classic WoW Wrath of the Lich King. You might get Classic WoW Cataclysm, right? So if you search like Cataclysm Classic, maybe that'll filter it correctly. But the problem is you can never not get Season of Discovery or Classic in a search that says Classic in the word, right? Just the fact that you say Classic WoW the search engine's going to find all different kinds of classic WoWs, right? So I've always said you should have gave them different names. Like the first one should have been Vanilla World of Warcraft, right? Then I would have said you could say Cataclysm Classic, right? Then maybe the Burning Crusade, Classic, or Burning Crusade, or you could do something like Vanilla WoW, and then like Cataclysm. Vanilla. I guess you could do that Vanilla Cataclysm, but it would be the same thing. I would have preferred it to just be Vanilla WoW, and then I would have said Classic after that. I would have said Vanilla WoW. This is Vanilla WoW. Then the next one I would have said Burning Crusade Classic, right? Or you could have done something like Retro Burning Crusade, or I don't know, something else. But I don't like the idea of just saying Classic WoW, and then the next thing is TBC Classic, because Classic, the word is in both, and it just makes the search engines be a real pain in the ass. Yeah, a lot of the stuff goes to SOD. Right now, if you do a lot of stuff for Cataclysm, even if you do something like, a lot of times, even if you do something like a talent calculator. Like a lot of times I'll do a search for like, oh, give me a classic WoW talent calculator, and I'll get like a Season Discovery talent calculator. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't play Season Discovery. That's a steaming pile of dog shit. But I've had too much caffeine if you can't tell. But yeah, I would have called Vanilla WoW Vanilla WoW. I would just called it Vanilla WoW. And then I would have came up with just different names. Burning Crusade, I would have said, the Burning Crusade, I don't know, Burning Crusade Vintage Burning Crusade. Wrath of the Lich King Reborn. Give it a different name. It could have been like, think how cool that would have been. This is what I would have done, right? Like, think about like in EverQuest, right? They did something like in EverQuest, they called it like EQ99, which was a re-release of the original, like an EverQuest server that was like, I think, supposed to be like the original vanilla EverQuest. They called it EQ99. So what I would have done was I would have launched the original version of the game and called it Vanilla WoW. I would have relaunched the Burning Crusade and said, I would have called TBC Reborn, right? Wrath of the Lich King. Let's see. TBC Reborn, Wrath of the Lich King. You could do anything. You could say Warforged or something. Just any word that makes it separate, and specifically for the search engines, specifically so people can find the content and easy on the web, because it just makes a big difference, right, in today's world. Like Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, something like that. TBC, I think Reborn would have been good. Wrath of the Lich King. Here, let's just not type it out. Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King Revenge, right? And then you get a Cataclysm Altered. Whatever. Mist of Pandaria. Pandaland. I mean, just, it could be anything. But now, if you call these re-released versions of the original versions of the game, now when you do a search for TBC Reborn, you're getting basically the rerun of the original version of the game, Instead, we've got, instead, it's horrible. Instead, we have Classic WoW, and then you've got Classic TBC, and so now, and Classic Wrath of the Lich King, and then you've got, and if you do a search, and then a lot of times stuff will come up as Classic Era or Classic SOD, right? And that's the other thing too that they did is take a look at this. Then if you go to the folder paths on your hard drive, look, you've got World of Warcraft Classic Era, World of Warcraft Retail, World of Warcraft Classic. Okay, well, what's the difference between Classic and Classic Era? World of Warcraft Classic Era again. Even the folder structures, it would have made these folder structures easier, because it would have said, it wouldn't, for like vanilla, right? This is really vanilla. It wouldn't have said Classic Era. It would have said World of Warcraft Vanilla, right? And then for this one, which is Cataclysm, I think, it would have said World of Warcraft, Cataclysm Warforged. So for a lot of different reasons, those names would have made things, these names would have made things a lot easier. I don't think Blizzard really thought this out very well, And some games have done this. Some games have come up, and I think EverQuest 2 has done it. EverQuest 2 will say, because they've re-released their server so many times, they'll come up with a different name. Like, they'll come up with a different name for each re-release. And so, but I would have called like TBC Reborn, Wrathless King Revenge, Cataclysm Altered, Mist of Pandaria, Pandaland. I like Pandaland. That's funny. That's funny. Battle for Azeroth. Broken. Legion. Again. Just got Legion again. I love it. You just come up with these different names, right? Anyways, I don't know. Let's take a break. Let's come back and then let's come back. I'll stop the stream. Let's come back and we'll do a shaman. Let's level a shaman for a little bit, right? Why not? Why not? We'll do a little shaman leveling. I suck at shaman, so it'll be fun. So I'm gonna stop the stream then, since we're gonna start up a different character, right? Which means I'm gonna have no money or anything, right? So it's gonna be that old Oh man. Oh man. Why do I do this to me? Why do I do this to myself, Kapupa? Why do I do this to myself? I'll never get a character to 60, but I'll keep like, let's play this other character. Let's try this out, This is why I level slowly in World of Warcraft, because of this exact reason. Yeah. I don't have an EU account. So, I mean, I could do EU, but I would have to open up probably my EU account, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess you could. Can you do WoW EU? Oh, see, subscription expired. I guess, can you even do a EU? Like, if I log in as US, I can't pick an EU server, can I? I think I have to use the EU account, don't I? Yeah, see, I think you have to actually have an EU account. Like, see, if I go here, you're not going to see any, you're just going to see, let's see, change realm. You're not going to see EU servers, right? You're just going to see, there's some Australian ones, Classic Era, so. Yeah, you have to use an EU account. I've got an EU account, right? I've got an EU account, it's just not active, see? I actually have an EU account. Which I actually created one by accident. One time it was actually a mistake. It was actually a mistake. I'm such an idiot. Somehow I was creating one and I think I picked EU or something. I don't know. So, yeah. No, I probably won't pick EU just because I don't want to. It'd be kind of cool to play Horde on this server just because I'll finally be on the same faction as Cargos, Maybe I'll get a chance. If I got high enough level, maybe I get a chance to actually play with. I've never played with Cargos in a dungeon. That'd be kind of fun for the stream to be, I mean, honestly, for streaming potential to actually get more people on my stream, it would have been a lot smarter for me to play Horde, just because I could actually because I know I could, do some groups with Cargos and stream that, and then that would get more people know who I am and know who my channel is. You know what I mean? That would have been a lot smarter. But I've always just enjoyed Alliance, so I always play Alliance. And unfortunately, a lot of the big streamers, they're not Alliance streamers. A lot of them are Horde streamers. So, so we could go Horde, and we could do a Rogue too. I don't know, dude. I think we should do Shaman just because it's a learning experience. It'll be slow leveling. But I think it'll be good. I'll do some research, but let me take a break. I'll come back in like 20 minutes. I got to set up. I got to go to the bathroom. I got to take a poop. I got to go. I think the coffee went through me, man, too fast, man. we got to do an evacuation. Yeah, I'll come back and we'll do that. I want to do a little research for like 10 minutes on some leveling builds. What's the fastest? I'm sure Elemental wouldn't. You said that you felt like Enhancement would be fast. I would have thought Elemental would have been fastest, but I'm going to do some research and see if there's like a speed leveling, a certain particular spec that'll speed level my Shaman, because I would like to level fast and not slow, if I could. So anyways, this is very exciting. I like it. I think it's really cool. I like the idea, and I can't get off the stream because I'm so excited about doing it, but I need to take a break. So I'll come back and I'll see you guys in